I'm Amy from Doodle Dog Designs.
So I have previously shown how to design a wooden horn book for displaying needlework. Then I showed how you can cut it without having to have any fancy woodworking tools. And now it's ready to use, so I'm going to show you one way you can paint it. I'm going to use some vintage white folk art craft paint. Put a piece of wax paper down to protect my surface, and I'm just going to paint a light coat of paint everywhere on the board. I'm going to let this dry, and then I'll flip it over and paint the other side. Okay, it's dry now. I'm going to turn it over and paint the back side. The paint is completely dry, and I've brought it outside, and I'm going to hit it with a chain. You could use a hammer or something else too. The hammer is going to make more round dents, whereas this is going to be more random with the chain. Here's how it looks after hitting it with a chain. You can see got a little too wild there on the edge, but that's all right. I am now going to use a couple different size nails, and I'm going to make some little holes, look like little worm holes. To finish it off, I'm going to put some Minwax paste finishing wax and Special Dark. I do wear gloves when I'm using this paste wax. You want to do it in a well-ventilated area. I'm just going to rub the wax onto the board. And then I'm going to use a soft cloth to rub it back, to buff it off. See that dark wax really helps accentuate the imperfections. Here's the unwaxed side versus the wax side. Also seals it, so some protection. I'm going to let this dry and then I will attach the punch needle. Since I made this board specifically for this project, I'm going to glue this on. There are other methods you can use to attach projects. I'll put a link in the description below to a video showing different ways to do that. So I'm going to use some tacky glue, and my tacky glue is almost gone, so it doesn't really squirt out very well anymore. So I'm going to use a popsicle stick to get it out. And the first thing I'm going to do is glue these edges down. Even if your glue still squirts out, it's a good idea to have a popsicle stick or something else that you can spread the glue out so it's not just in globs. You don't want to be able to see the glue through the project, so you want it to be spread out. Now my next step is going to be to put the glue on the back side of the punch needle project. And again, I'm going to use my popsicle stick so I can spread it out nicely. Now this method is permanent, so you don't want to do this if you think you're going to want to put this punch needle somewhere else or use this board for a different purpose. So I've got it nicely covered, and I'm going to grab it by the edges and flip it over. Then I'll just press it down everywhere. I got all done with this and I realized that I had forgot to sand the edges. So I've got some fine grit sandpaper here. It's 180. And I'm going to carefully sand the edges. I make sure I don't get any of the grit in my punch needle project. But I do want to give the edges a little bit of a worn look to them. I'm going to reapply the wax just right around the edges there where I sanded. Again, I want to be real careful I don't get any of this onto my project.
Be sure to click the like button and subscribe below. I'll see you next time. Bye.